you spoke about this either yesterday or the day before or sometime, but I wonder if you can talk a little bit about using this with major mental illnesses like bipolar disorder, paranoid personality disorder.
Well, with yes, but with you use mainly. I mean, it would be candy for DP4 to have bipolar disturbance. It would be candy for that. Because many people are in lesser level bipolar. They go from joy to sadness, but they are little bit of it. But real bipolar personality, I would like to work. I never had the opportunity to work with them. You see, with paranoid people, I don't suggest you to mix it all. With paranoid people, because you see, and you work with, I speak you a little bit about the depressive people. Is that depression? In depression, you always have a danger of client killing himself. In paranoid situation, you have danger of client killing you. It happens from time to time because he's got some theory, very huge, very supported with many, that there is some kind of, I don't know, complot against him. And finally he understands that you, which are closest to the therapist, you are the head of that, let's say, situation. And sometimes, but real paranoid people you cannot meet very often. Paranoid, a professor of university told me he met in his practice only 20 or 30 real paranoid people. But I'll tell you about depression now, it's a very good moment. I don't suggest you to work with depressive people until you have quite enough practice, you know. There is a danger of client killing himself. See, when they're depressive, they've got no power to do anything. They're completely immobilized. You do process on them. They feel much better. And you are happy. No. But now he's got energy. Generally, they kill themselves in such situations. So be careful. It happened to us once. There was a man, there in Pennsylvania. It was the day Barton organized that. And there was a man who approached me second or third day. He told me, you see, I have very strong fear that my daughter will kill herself. And what happened, his father killed himself, his uncle himself, and his brother did that suicide 6 months ago. And his daughter was heavily depressive, 2 years on medications, without going to university, and she was excellent student. She was best in her group. And now she was out of university, has been out of university for 2 years. And I really suggested him to work with her, but be very careful to go little bit by bit and to go on second position with her, to send her to go with father, mother, to see what it means if she does something bad to herself. It's very important. Send depressive person as soon as possible circular processing on other positions. Because they think only about themselves, about their suffering. Okay. Yeah, Karen was also well there. And the Hawaii, when Hawaii after Pennsylvania, but 2 or 3 weeks later, no, yes, the man sent me email telling me, Reward, I'm happiest man in the world. I did deep PEAT process with my daughter, and I saw a smile on her face first time after 2 years. He was on telephone. No, it was on telephone speaking. In that moment, I really felt very strong urge to tell him, be careful now, don't leave her alone at all. Just go as soon as possible. But he was so enthusiastic, I thought I will spoil his joy. Maybe he'll think I'm jealous of his. I don't know really. So I really didn't tell him anything. He said, well, very good, be careful now. But he was full of himself speaking. My ex-wife also wanted to go on processing, whatever. And then when we came to Hawaii, Karen called the zero. I have very bad news for all of us. His daughter killed herself. They left her alone. They left alone. That mother, ex-wife, went to be processing with, I guess, with David, no? And she was alone at home. She killed herself. So never after the period comes a client start to behave much better, to feel much better. Never leaves client alone. See, and as soon as possible, send client to other position. I also use other stuff. I ask client to give me a written obligation that the client will not do anything bad to himself next 1 month after we stop processing. And so there is obligation there. Person is intelligent, you saw. See, it's serious job. I said, you can do something bad to yourself, you will pull into trouble your family, myself, whatever. So give me written statement, you are not going to do anything 1 month. If the person doesn't do anything bad in 1 month, she will never do it. He will never do it.
Oh.
He'll be healed. A friend of mine in Belgrade, psychiatrist in some institute, he told me, yes, when they told him about this story, that yes, it happens, be careful. Also, we are always little bit nervous about depressive people. They had a guy who was depressive under medication for 2 years. And it seems to become better suddenly. So he called friends to celebrate that. And declared that they are, with his fiancée, they are going tomorrow, next day, to go separately from family, from mother and father. They take apartment, live together, and everything seems wonderful, see. And as the people were celebrating there, he went to the cellar and killed himself. In that moment, see. Energy was high, he was able to do something, start thinking about that stuff, depressive came to him. Usually they have very strong feeling of guilt. I never accept person which that day took medication. They say, for example, I'm very phobic, I cannot function without my pills, whatever. They're very good. Come very early to me, take last pill in the evening, don't take during night, and come early in the morning to me, and I process them. Because it's like being hit with something on the head, because it's not medication at all. It's just to make them less sensitive. And so also processing is not working well with them.